John chapter 6 is loaded with amazing truth. And today, the Lord has been really good to me to comfort me with some truth that I really need to hear in this season of being stuck at home a lot and not being able to do all the things that I want to do. My desire for productivity has made me very frustrated. And I don't know about you, but I'm kind of a people person. So this social distancing thing is no fun for me. But the scriptures are comforting. And they're comforting in this text in John 6, 16 through 21. What we see is that the disciples of Jesus get in a boat and they go out by themselves away from Christ. And the water is at night and the water becomes rough and the storm comes on them. It's a very short passage here, but it just says that in the middle of that storm, they were rowing hard and they couldn't get anywhere. And Jesus came to them, walking on the water. He came to them. They were afraid, the Bible says. But then he said, "It is I. Don't be afraid." And the Bible says they were glad to welcome him into the boat. And as soon as he got in the boat, miraculously, they were at shore. This is just some incredible miracles that John only gives us about 4 or 5 verses about. But here's some truth that I hope comforts you the way the Lord comforted me today. First thing is this. Jesus allowed his disciples to go out into stormy seas. He allowed them to be frustrated. All their rowing and paddling was getting them nowhere. And sometimes the Lord uses our frustrations to cultivate in us a need for him. That's grace. It's grace to you to be frustrated to the point where you need help, as long as you turn to Christ for rescue. So they needed Jesus, and in the moment of their need, he miraculously came to them, walking out on the water. Jesus came to them. As soon as they saw him, he said, "It is I. Don't be afraid." Now, I think about that statement for a minute because, in the middle of somebody's frustration, if I walked over and said, "It is I," they wouldn't be comforted by that. "Don't be afraid." They wouldn't be comforted because I don't really have anything to offer. I'm not comforting in just my presence because I'm not powerful like Christ is. But when Jesus comes into your frustrated situation and he says, "Don't be afraid, it's me." What you can find comfort in that is that he's in control. He loves you. He's good and he's powerful. And all of those things turn our fear and our frightened sense of frustration into gladness to welcome him into the boat. And then I love the truth that with Jesus, we get where he wants us to be. And it's not about a place. It's not about a destination or productive rowing. This is what the Lord's showing me today. It's not about where or what you do. It's about who you're with Christ. And today, maybe you're frustrated. Maybe you're rowing and not getting anywhere. And I just want to tell you, welcome Christ into the boat. It's not about what you do or where you're going. It's about who you're with. Welcome Christ into the boat and be comforted by the presence of an all-powerful, all-sovereign God.